So today I'm shooting this video from my college because incredibly and surprisingly my college has started again. It sort of happened without me quite realizing it, and it's incredibly unbelievable. But voila, our college is open now. But here's the catch: I only get to have 2 months of college life left. The price that I paid for these 2 precious months of college life was 2 years of being enslaved inside my house, more or less. This video is a story of how that happened and how I coped with that enormous setback. It's actually quite unbelievable that this is happening, that I am actually sitting before you in college and speaking, and all the people and students are also here, all our professors are here. I'm actually totally blown away. I was talking to someone and I was like, wow, are we living in a simulation? Can I really believe that this is real and that this reality is not like a vortex? I just hope that this bubble is not going to come bursting at any moment. Thankfully it hasn't happened as of now, but I just hope that that is how it continues. So what has happened to us, batch of 2022, is that we got 8 months of college life in the beginning. Then we had to sit inside our houses for 2 whole fucking years. Yeah. And just as all figments of hope started to vanish from our lives, that colleges would start again, they did. And Delhi University announced that colleges are actually beginning on 17th Feb, which was insane. A lot of third years who are in the last year of the college life are actually complaining about the unnecessary toil that this coming back and forth to college for only 2 months is putting them through, because they also have to study for their masters and some of them have to travel from different states to come to college. Because let's face it, undergrad college is like a bubble and we students are not prepared to enter the real world. Apart from this debate, there's also the problem of offline exams. We softies are really not prepared to give offline exams, not physically, not mentally, not spiritually. Not at all. Honestly, online exams were the only good thing that came out of COVID. Apart from less pollution because of less vehicles on the roads, but just like all of those positive side effects, these have also turned out to be a hoax. Anyway, online exams aside, online college and online classes really proved to be a difficult time period, not only for us students but also for the professors. The strain of talking in a Google Meet link where nobody was really saying anything and everyone had their cameras turned off, it really took a toll on our professors as well. I mean, nobody enjoys being paid to talk into a void except YouTubers.
Hello, is anybody there? Hello.
As for students, for most of us, it was torture. Again, it differs from individual to individual. Some people might have preferred it, but not a lot of them. Not from what I know, not from the people that I have talked to. In general, the consensus I saw among people was online classes are the worst. It's already hard to study when you're already having existential crises as a humanities college student, but it's even hard to stay motivated when you have to study from the comfort of your bed. It's almost impossible. Sleep is almost always preferable. I personally really struggled with discipline with regard to my online classes. I would attend one lecture, then skip the next 2. I would have an online class running, but I would not be able to pay attention to it. It was tough focusing when you can access your notifications, which were right there above the device that you were having your online classes on, and there was just so many distractions and nobody really to hold you accountable, or no sort of environment to make you focus and have your attention honed in. And yeah, somehow I used to zone out way more in online classes. So yeah, it feels really good to be back. So yeah, mainly I feel quite amazed and excited. Thing is, I have evolved and changed so much in the course of 2 years, which really shows in how differently I am perceiving the college experience now. I was young and foolish and giddy, so to say, when I first entered. I was anxious to gain people's validation and attention, and yeah, some of that is still there, but at least I'm getting somewhere. I'm more of a laid, chilled out sort of person now who has fewer fucks to give. Or at least I try. I am letting myself be less of a pushover, and I realized that I'm just better at handling silence. I don't have to insert every single moment of my life with noise or with something fun. I can just, sit in silence and enjoy. So in the pockets of college life where there's just silence, I can enjoy being with myself. I don't feel this compulsive urge to run up to other people. It's so much more plausible and comfortable just seeing the rush of people go by and just enjoying this relaxing ambience. Like one day I was just sitting in a cab for an hour and a half and just reading and journaling, and it was the most peaceful thing in the world, honestly. I also definitely feel a bit disillusioned coming back to campus. There was a certain magic that was there when we entered campus as freshers, and it's just our worldview has changed in so many drastic ways that this college also feels a lot different. There was also this promise of a rich college life spanning for 3 years. Now, in these 2 years, definitely some sort of disconnect has been bred among us regarding college. At least for me, I didn't get to spend the kind of time that I needed in order to form a really solid bond with this institution and what it represents to me. I would sometimes even forget that I'm a part of college, that I have a Hindu college degree that I am an ongoing part of. Because when you have the tendency to daydream as much as I do, it's very easy to sort of slip into that zone where you forget that you're in college and you're just comfortable in your house and in your bed. So yeah, being back feels surreal, magical, unbelievable, but also sad. I think that's what these 2 months of college life represent. Everything that we lost. They are a symbol of all the time that we should have gotten but did not get to have. These 2 months carry a glimpse of the eternity of 3 years of college life that was promised to us, which fell apart really quickly. And personally, I'm one of the more privileged because I have a nice family, I have a large social network, and I also have a lot of conveniences which a lot of people do not have. I can only imagine how much other people have suffered, those who have toxic families or repressive family systems or poor households or a bad internet connection. Yep, I can hear all the J&K students screaming in the background now. I cannot imagine going through the bitch that online college and the pandemic was without an internet connection. I cannot. And a good one at that. God bless you, good Wi-Fi. But yeah, apart from that, the effects that the pandemic had on the mental health on students were numerous. Loneliness, stagnation, meaninglessness, alienation, and purposelessness. Yeah, that's a lot. Like, I even remember my therapist talking about how hard it is to get the requisite amount of stimulation when you're just locked inside our houses. And at this age, when we are still growing and exploring our identities, that sort of stimulation is really necessary. I actually found this beautiful Twitter thread where they explained the losses that we have gone through as a collective student body and how irreparable they are. How sad that the 22 batch suffered the most quantitative loss possible, and I belong to that batch. Lucky me. We did not get an offline farewell. We lost nearly a year and a half of our college life. You know what? Never mind. Yeah, I just think about how many more possibilities for growth which I could have encountered if I were here, which I could just reminisce and feel sad about. But yeah, personally, I did try to fill in that void in whatever ways that I could, online and in online circles, and I tried to keep my journey going forward. But yeah, in general, it's a huge loss. So I can finally see my friends again, especially those that I sort of lost touch with. I can finally just meet random people and have random conversations and just see a lot of people around me, which is really good when you're an extrovert. I can enjoy the lush greenery, that weird statue near a cat block, and just the ambience of this place. I just love the ambience of this place. Like, it's so good. It feels quite peaceful to just immerse myself into the daily hubbub of college life again. Classes are a lot more engaging and interactive, and it's just nice to see my classmates and my professors as real human figures instead of just display pictures inside a Google Meet call. Although some professors did use video call, but it's just so much more different. And it's also fun to gossip while I'm in a Google meeting. Certainly not something that's very easy to do when you're on a Google Meet call. One of our lovely professors even, gave us a treat of samosas and coffee and then we had this interactive informal chat. So yeah, North Campus life is quite magical, however much we were able to get of it. So yeah. Thanks a lot for watching. Do like, share and subscribe, and send this video to anyone who lost their college life or anyone who's still in college. And yeah, bye.